Hey, welcome back to Don't Run with Scissors. I'm Kelly, your favorite Jeep driving lawyer, mom of twins and three crazy rescue dogs who likes to craft in her spare time, has gone back to school to be an ASL interpreter, and is trying to train for Ironman. Welcome. If you're new here, go ahead and hit the like and subscribe button. It sends me a message. It boosts my self-esteem and serotonin, and we all need that, especially me. If you're returning, welcome back. Grab a drink and sit on down, because you know what to expect. This is a station where we talk about crafting, mostly cross stitch, but who knows what's going to happen. And we talk about my life, and I'm pretty sure my life is just chaotic, and we'll start with that premise. And a lot of you probably tune into the life updates just so you feel more secure that your life is normal. And I am totally willing to allow that to happen. So, welcome. So before we get rolling, let's do our sign of the week. And I don't know why, I don't think before I film, but I don't. So let's do water, because water is important. And I don't know about you guys, but I don't drink enough water. So you're going to take your W hand and you're going to tap your chin. Water. Water. Do you drink water? Do you drink enough water? Water is great because water will hydrate you and supposedly get rid of a headache. I don't think that's quite true, but water is also great because if somebody is stressing you out, you can hold them under the water until the bubbles stop. Helpful hint of the week. So that's a 2-for-1 because now you got a helpful hint as well. So it is Monday, June 11th. I have started my English 1 class. It's a doozy, y'all. It's a doozy. Yeah. We're just gonna leave it at that. Yeah. My one teacher is back from his vacation. He went on a cruise to Alaska. I think that's the sign for Alaska. This is a cruise or boat. Went on a boat. He did not get COVID on his vacation. He got mad because I finger spelled out COVID. And he's like, the sign for COVID is like COVID. I am testing negative, but I will tell you that I am still very exhausted. So as my coach and I had a long, not a really long talk, but we had a talk. It is not, could I probably train to swim 5K in mid-August? The answer is yes, but that swim would be still very difficult, would not be fun at all, and given everything, probably not the safest thing I could do for myself. And the one thing that I have always, my doctors, any guide that I'm using, and my coach have always got the right to pull a race from me. And we could shorten swim to the moon to a shorter distance. They have like a 1.2 mile, this is a 5K, and a couple, they have much less than that. So I could do a much shorter distance. I think they even have an 800-yard one, which is, that's realistically, even with my swims, that's still a warm up for me. Thank goodness. So I reasonably I could knock that out. And still say I've done Swim to the Moon, but that is not my goal. My goal was to do the 5K at Swim to the Moon. Does it suck? Yes, but nobody anticipated me getting bronchitis and pneumonia right before getting back on my feet from that and getting hit with COVID. And COVID is still kicking my butt, even though I'm testing negative. Like I said, I'm still struggling. So right now, my Coach and I have decided that we're going to shift gears a little bit early. We're going to start prepping for Bear Lake, which is an ultra marathon through the trails. So right now we are training to train, because right now I don't even, like, I walked on Saturday about a mile, and I had to come home and take a nap. I was so wiped out. It is just, I have no stamina, and lung capacity is still quite low. So, our main focus right now is just getting that back. So, you know, it's okay. Swim to the Moon has been a race for years. It will be there next year, and that's okay. Have I cried about it? Absolutely. Absolutely. I am so sick of my body not performing the way it should, and me not getting to race the races I want to race. Like, it is so frustrating when your body totally turns against you and you have no control over it. And it is just, I'm going to start crying. It's so frustrating. Like, I can't, like, even COVID aside, like, COVID has just kind of been the last layer to it. I'm grateful that I'm testing negative. I tested negative Saturday. And that was the first negative I've gotten since I've had it, and we had kind of kept track. I mean, you could tell I'm like, just, I went and ran a couple errands today and met with a client, and I spent a lot of time outside. It's very humid here in Michigan right now, so it's been a battle. But like I said, as somebody who already has some complex medical issues that I'm battling, so I never know. Like, I've gotten to the point where I can kind of predict where I'm going to have rough days, like based on weather patterns or things like that. So I can kind of tell ahead of time, or predict certain things. Or it's very frustrating to have to fight my own body in order to function at the levels that I want to function at. So, like my coach says, we're training to train, and we're going to take it little steps. I got the gold star on the chart because I walked a mile. And I think back, even 6 months ago, walking a mile wasn't a big deal. Like, I would have never given myself a gold star for walking a mile. And now I am. And that's just where I am today. And that doesn't mean in 2 weeks I won't be, higher up the food chain on the training level. But right now we've got to get my body, my endurance and my lung capacity back. So like I have a tutoring session in just a few, and then after that I'm gonna jump on the bike for a half hour, and then I'll probably crash out because I have to be up early to go to campus for English class with the crazy professor. He's crazy. One of my classmates had him, we think, had him several years ago. And she's like, oh yeah, he's crazy. Like, so it should be interesting. It's an interesting semester with professors. I don't know why, but it is. And it just is. And I just roll with it. Okay, so anyways, all right, because time is short and I don't want to keep you guys here for an hour, and nobody wants that. Okay, so we have been working very hard on several things. Let's start off with haul first and get that out of the way, because that is the easiest thing. Lizzie, I love you, girl. I do, girlfriend. But you need to go calm down. Go see Bella. Go see Bella. Okay, so I got in my order from Lizzie. Stop. She wants to visit. Sorry. So I'm going to have to do things one-handed because Lizzie wants me to pet her. Lots of other people in this house, but apparently I am the only one who pets her correctly. Okay, so I got my order in from Bobby. I already ate the gummy bears that came with my order. Sorry, I'm not sharing. But Bobby, you sent me the little packet, which I love them. But usually in the little packet are the mini ones. They were not the mini ones this time. I want the mini ones back. But I got my order in, and I ordered Summer Love, Love Summer, Summer Love, of course. Oh, Watermelon Party. Not even close. Not even close, y'all. Maybe. Oh, because it's got like the, she always does like the little, I want to say extra pattern in there. I got Watermelon Party. How freaking cute is that? Oh, that cough. Gotta love it. Okay. So we got Watermelon Party, Love, which also has got the little extra, with those little micey with Love Summer, and we do in this house. We love summer. The other thing that I got was Summer in the Round by JBW Designs. And once you see it, you will know exactly why I promptly ordered it. So, Lizzie, relax. Girlfriend. No, we're not having that. Okay. My table is still basically cleared off. It's a freaking miracle. But I'm taking that victory too. Yep. I did finish my mug. I showed you guys my mug, right? I finished it. It got washed. And then I think one of the kids ran off with it. Okay, so the other thing that I got in my mail this last week is, it is by Michael Miller Fabrics. And it's called Wonderful World by Sarah Jane. Okay, well, if you lay down, I can't pet you. You're too low. Hello? Is that not amazing? I only got a half a yard, and y'all, I think I'm going to be really sorry because I would totally rock a dress made out of this. Or something. Some sort of piece of clothing. Maybe a top. I don't know. I would rock it, though. So yeah. So we got that. Love that. Love it. Michael Miller does a great job on a lot of his fabrics. I love a lot of them. Not gonna lie. And then I also got this one. And it is, let's see. I don't even know who this is by. This is a Riley Blake design. She is another fabric designer that I love. She also did the Jeep line, which I have several pieces of and several yards of, and we will discuss. But hello. Yes, please. I love it. It reminds me of my childhood, and it also reminds me a little bit of my own kids' childhood. And saw it, had to have it. So I got it. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. I don't necessarily need any more project bags because I still have like 30 some of them cut out and haven't finished sewing them. So I don't know what I'm going to do, but that's okay because now we have it and now nobody else can have it. Okay, so what else have I been doing? Well, I'm glad you asked. So I have officially started my own business, making patterns and over dyeing flosses and dyeing fabric. And I've been getting ready. So these are my little floss tags that I have so far. I am Grandma's Stitching Box. I have already reserved my name on Etsy. So I've got to get the pictures. I have already been in touch and working closely with Hillbilly Candle Company. Hillbilly Candle Company is now doing thread wax, scented and unscented. So you can get 100% beeswax, or you can get it the 100% beeswax with scents in it. And one of the scents that they are doing is I'm Your Huckleberry, and that will go in the kits to go with my patterns. And you'll be my sweet iced tea. So I have the fabric dye for and the flosses. Bean and I did the flosses together. The kids are going to be working with me on this adventure. So Beans over-dyed the flosses. Although the boy child named them, y'all, I said they got to help. So the boy child has named them. Let me look again at what we're. Okay. So this is. I'm your Huckleberry. Let's see. And this, my friends, will be called Dirty Lavender. Dirty Lavender. So when you order the kit, you will get a skein of each, roughly about 8.5 yards of each floss, which is more than enough to do the both of those. So I dyed fabric today and yesterday. I am gonna go through with my sewing machine and just do a zigzag around all of the edges for everybody so that they don't fray. I don't know that I want. I have a serger that was given to me by somebody, and I haven't sat down and played with it, so I'm not sure I want to do that quite yet. So, the other thing that I have dyed is, so I have to rebrand it, obviously, but it's the Do No Harm pattern, and it's an African proverb that is on there that I absolutely love. So I dyed a piece of fabric today, and I hope, I don't know, like, how do you guys, what am I doing wrong so that you guys can see this better? It is a beautiful blue, kind of green. Hang on. Liz, can somebody come get Lizzie, please? And figure out what she needs? I don't, that is what is really holding me up, is honestly, I need to be able to take better pictures in order to get things up on Etsy and to show you guys. So this is beautiful mottled, it's a blue green, yeah, you guys can't even, like, this is dumb that I'm even trying to show this. It's almost got little touches of yellow in it. I'm absolutely in love with it. So I can't access the sales from Jukebox Stitchery. I have the one pattern printed out because somebody had bought one, and I know that they bought it because we've been talking about it. I can't access the file. We can't figure out if they also bought the printed fabric that was supposed to be done with it. So I said, doesn't matter, you've waited long enough. I dyed this, so it is not as deep blue as in the pattern, but I think that will still look gorgeous. And if she doesn't like it, she can always use this fabric or something else. So I have that. I just have to iron it and cut the little piece. And then I've got to figure, then I have my second pattern, and I have the mock-up printed out to show you. I have not had a chance to stitch this yet. That is next on my agenda. If only I had energy, y'all. Seriously. And Bean doesn't stitch, and the boy child is super slow, so it's not like he can model stitch. God bless him. Like, that's so. This is second release from Grandma's Stitching Box, and it says, "Congratulations on your divorce. We didn't like it. We never liked him anyways. Your friends." I think it's hysterical. I think it's made even more funny because I am a divorce attorney. That is a primary focus of my law firm, is family law. And I understand how stressful it is, but it's always very interesting to me when friends will come in with female or male, and they're like, yeah, we tried to warn them. Like, and so I'm thinking that this on this will be really, really pretty. I could be wrong. but that's what I'm going with. So those are my two big things. I have a couple other patterns that I'm already working on, because I can do them when I'm really exhausted and I'm too tired to work on like legal stuff, and whatnot. So I have been working away. I have been designing. Um, Grandma Stitching Box is on Facebook. We have a page going, so please go like it. I have not started a separate Instagram for it yet. I'm still debating whether or not I need to. Um, so if I need to, let me know. It may be smart of me to do it, but I'm already managing KG Law's Facebook and Instagram, and sometimes it just adds up to being a lot to manage all of the social media. At some point, excuse me. So the kids have joined the business. My son has already started a Google Doc spreadsheet to keep track of inventory and like what floss goes with what project, or if if we're doing a kit, what it includes and the breakdown, and he's keeping track of dyeing formulas. Although I wish this is how dumb I am at times. I should have written down what I did to come up with this, because this is gorgeous. Like, I wish you guys could see it in person. Um, it is like, it is gorgeous. It is so pretty. Did I tell you how pretty it is? It's really pretty. Um, I didn't write down what I used. Like, I know mentally, but like, I didn't measure the second step. The first step I know, but then it was in the pot, and I added, and I know what I added, but I have no idea because I just kind of sprinkled it in. I have no idea how much. None. None. One day, I'll figure out how to show pictures, or take pictures and show you the real colors. It's kind of like the Coffee Tea or Me fabric. The first batch that I made is darker than the second batch. Now they're very close, and it could just be the difference in the chai tea that I used. Um, but they're not the same. So I think anytime you're going to buy a specially dyed fabric, or especially flosses, because we all do that, make sure you're buying enough, and maybe a little extra if you can, and that goes from any dyer, than what your pattern may need. So as far as stitching, what have I done? I worked on Marine Corps emblem, y'all. I'm getting closer. I'm getting closer to having that yellow ring done. I think I have 3 days in out of the 10. So we're on track to still have that yellow ring done. I don't remember who it's by. I'm not sure that my working copy says it. Marine Corps emblem. Frames provided. It does not. They did the whole series. So they have Army, Navy, Marines, Air Force. I think I might even have Coast Guard. I bought them all. I don't know why. My brother was in the Army. My father and grandfather were in the Army. I have a cousin who was in the Air Force. And obviously Carl was a Marine. And several friends were Marines. But why did I don't know. But I have the whole series. So if you need to stitch one, let me know. So yeah, so there's where we're at. So now my question is, because this black circle does not need to be in it, should not be there. Should not be. It is, but it should not be. Do I make it more squared out, all black, so that when I frame it, like, or I don't, do I do that? Like, what do I do? Help, please. So there's that. It is kept in the flamingo bag, of which I made myself. So is it perfect? Nope. Do I care? Nope. Okay, so the other one that I worked on is in my beautiful bag from Stephanie. I love this bag. And every time I look at it, it makes me happy. We all know what's in here. This is my lovely, well, it is by Primrose Cottage Stitchery. It's summertime. 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 This is my first piece of linen that I have stitched on. It was a lovely gift from Nicole, who I'm so glad for StitchCon and getting to meet these women, because really and truly, the people I sat with are just wonderful people. And even the people I sat around, again, wonderful people. Was it worth it? Absolutely 120 times percent. So, this is my first linen. It was a gift from Nicole, who also taught me how to stitch on it. It's one thing to give somebody a gift. It's another thing to teach them how to use it. And that would be Fortnite Fabrics. It's the color Sea Glass, and it is a 36 count linen. It is absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. So I got the cup, and I've got the strawberry almost done. Yep. I'm cruising. I know. At this time, it should be done in a day. It's one I'm always like. It should be one that I grab and go, but it's one that I don't know. I'm weird about, like, when I stitch on. I need to be focused and be very careful with it. So yeah. So it doesn't always. It's not my go-to project on the go. If this one was a little bit smaller, it would be my go-to project, just because right now it's not. It's sort of a non-brainer thing, because I'm just doing the black grid lines. This is the periodic table. The design is in my head because I'm not really following a pattern. I mean, I'm following what the periodic table of elements looks like. I got another row in finished. That makes 10 days worth of work, and I got a boatload of this graft done in 10 days. So that WIPCO box is complete as of right now. Am I going to keep working on it through the year? Yes. When? Not a clue. So as of right now, this is what my WIPCO board looks like. I know, it's so exciting. We are still early enough in the month. I have 3 days done on Marine Corps emblem. It needs another 7. Then I need to come up to here and work on the space cell. And the only reason I haven't worked on the space cell is because I have not had the energy to pull the flosses that I need, because somehow the pattern got in there and the fabric got in there, but none of the flosses. And so it's not one that I can grab and go, because I haven't taken the time to pull the flosses and put them in there. Yeah. So that is one of my missions for the next week. The other thing is to shoot the pictures and upload the kits to Etsy. I did decide to go with Etsy for now. That's not to say in a year or less that we won't branch it off and do my own website. Clearly I know how to build one, because I took web design and I actually did really well. But right now I think it's a smart move to just go ahead and start it on Etsy, and let them do some of the heavy lifting. I will have the thread conditioners by the end of the week, which that is really, that and printing off the patterns is the final step. And what I'm debating on I've got to take the pictures in order to print off the cover for the patterns. I am debating putting the patterns not like on regular copy paper, but maybe putting them, when I print them to send them out, putting them on a heavier weight cardstock. Do people care about that? Am I the only one? Like, I don't know. So any other helpful hints would be great. I'm kind of new to this. I'm kind of at this point just doing what I like, and when I get a pat, like what do I like when I buy a kit? Like what do I, um, and kind of going, okay, well, what would I pay for this, knowing what the ultimate value is and stuff like that. Like, does that make sense? Um, you know. So again, the kids are working on that with me. I have some. Did I? Oh, here's the other thing that I got. Pam from Just Keep Stitching showed this pattern, and she is working on the Christmas moose. And I promptly had to go and find it, and I did, and it came in, and ironically, I bought it on eBay from a woman who lives less than 10-15 miles from my house. I could have just gone over there and picked it up rather than paying shipping. I know that sounds really creepy, but could have met her at the Starbucks. But how cute is he? He's a Christmas moose. Um, I just think he's adorable, and I have no idea when I'm going to get to it. Absolutely none. Um, but yeah, at some point, he will get stitched. At some point. What else? That's it for now. That is honestly how exciting my life is. Because I have just been, yeah. So this next week is to continue working on WhipGo to get all of the pictures done, so that I can get kits listed and patterns listed, and I have to rebrand the Do No Harm and the I Will Always Love You patterns. Um, and yeah, and pull the flosses for the space out. Because maybe I can get Mars done. I think if I worked one big day on Mars for the space owl by Climbing Goats designs, I could have Mars done. And then we can put in a second planet, and that would be glorious. So, but with that said, I need to go to class. I have a tutoring session for my fingerspelling class, and then a meeting about a situation and something that was said that should never have come out of anybody in the SLI program's mouth. Um, and then I have English first thing in the morning, and I have lots of work to do. So, if you have any suggestions, if you need anything from me, please, please, please reach out. I am always available. Um, I mean, I may not be able to jump and answer you right that second, but I will answer you. So you can find me on Instagram as His Princess Kelly. Um, you can find me on Facebook as Kelly Regal Green. You can find me on Facebook as Grandma's Stitching Box. And then you can always shoot me an email. Which does remind me, a couple floss tubes ago, I had mentioned that at StitchCon, I had grabbed a bunch of Precious Moments books in patterns because I had a friend on Facebook who was looking for them. I have posted now, and I couldn't remember which friend wanted them. I have posted now on Facebook a couple times. Nobody has responded. So somebody had mentioned that they were also looking for Precious Moments books, patterns. If you are watching this floss tube and that was you, please let me know because I am more than willing to send them to you. Life is short, and um, I'm not the U-Haul storage unit. And so I want to get them into the hands of somebody who will appreciate them and will use them sooner than later. And life is, it is what it is. So if that is you, please let me know, and I will be happy to send them along. Yeah, so that's where we're at. So holy cow, we knocked this out of the park at 55. Y'all, words. numbers are hard. 35 minutes even right now, so we'll probably end up about, we're still under 40 minutes, so that's pretty darn good. So again, I'm his Princess Kelly on Instagram, Kelly Regal Green, RIEGEL. On Facebook, feel free to friend me. Just know that I post a lot of garbage. I post all sorts of weird stuff. And we will go from there. As always, sending you the best. Hope you're doing great, and I am going to run to tutoring. Bye, y'all.